Guys, welcome to. I forgot what week it is. Welcome. I always forget what week it is. As you can see, I'm back in my normal surroundings because the shoot is over. As you know, we were looking at rushes last week, and this week, because the editor's gone away, Adam is away, so there's kind of nothing really moving as such just yet. And so I've got a little bit of space, a bit of time to just reflect on the last 3 months, really. It was really good looking at the rushes last week. It was exciting seeing what we've got, and also to see it with Adam, because Adam's got very high standards, and so I was thinking, oh gosh, what if he's just like, oh, well, oh. You know what I mean? So that was really good that he came away excited by what we'd shot. It's funny actually, because when you do shoot stuff and watch it back, there is, and I'm like this with everything I create or make or whatever anyways, is that you're always going, oh, I wish I'd done that, or I should have done that, oh, how come we didn't do that? Adam had a few questions for us as well, just about lighting too. Basically, the whole thing is set at night time, and I made this sort of decision in my head that no lights ever get turned on. Now, watching it back and thinking that, I'm thinking now, is that even a logical decision for someone to make, that if someone breaks into your house that you don't turn on any lights? But I think if there was an intruder in your house, you wouldn't turn on the lights because you don't want them to see them, even though you don't want them to see you, even though you want to be able to see them. Anyway, we didn't have any lights get turned on, and afterwards I was thinking, does that make sense? But we've done it now, so it's kind of like, I hope it works. I really hope it works. And the people aren't watching the film going, well, it wasn't bad, but why didn't he turn on a lamp? It's kind of interesting watching the stuff back with somebody that wasn't there as well, because obviously Adam's much more objective about the whole thing than I am, because I'm like, no, every shot's important, every word is critical. But he's like, well, we could probably cut that, and it'll be better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing from his perspective what can go, because I really want this film to be as short as possible. I mean, we're not like 0 seconds or whatever, but like the more you can trim out of something, the stronger you can actually make it. These will be famous last words. Adam would be quoting this back to me when I'm fighting over like every tiny little thing to keep it in. So that was really good anyways, to sit down and go through that with him. Obviously there's still a lot more to do, because I can't remember who said it, but the story gets told 3 times when it comes to like making a film. Once when you write it, once when you go into production, but also in the post-production, which is what we're in as well. That's a critical part of the storytelling. It's not just bolting it together. It's actually, it's telling the story. It's telling the story. And plus, on top of that, not only do we have the editing to do, but that's not the end of the line when it comes to post-production anyways, because you've got your sound mix, grade, music to be composed. Oh, we've got graphics as well. So there's all those 4 other things as well as the editing that needs to be done. So we've still got a fair way to go. But it's nice to go into that process knowing that the material's pretty good. And as Adam is away, it's given me a bit of time to think about, because obviously I've been going through it and thinking, oh, I wish I'd got that, we'd shot that. But now I'm thinking, all right, now I know we haven't got that, but we need something in its place. How can we solve that problem? So that's good that I've spent a little bit of time, thinking about that. The other thing that I suppose I should start thinking about doing is coming up with a kind of strategy for the festivals, because the first festival run I did was for Brit I Am, and we didn't know what we were doing, so we just submitted Brit I Am to all the festivals ever, and it's not cheap putting films into film festivals. So the better thing to do is to come up with a strategy of which ones you want to get into, which ones specify that they want a premiere or whatever, which ones are the big ones, and work out your strategy based on that, rather than like the scattergun effect approach that I took when we did Brit I Am. So I was much more strategic with The Grid, which was the next one that I did. That was my film school film, and sort of went for smaller festivals, more Comic-Cons and things like that, because it was a sci-fi film. It wasn't that good as well, so I was thinking, there's no point in me, stiffing money for Sundance and things like that when I know that the film's not good enough for Sundance. But this one I feel like is probably the strongest, well, it's definitely the strongest thing I've done, so strategy. um, and yeah, just figure out exactly, you know, the order that I want to put it into festivals. Starting with the bigger ones and then just working your way down, and not putting it online, unfortunately, because some festivals are a bit funny about it. So yes, just got to think that through. And lastly, I have to get on with perks. Damn! Like, some of them I've done, but not many. So we've salvaged props and posters, costume, and all kinds of things, so that we've got those to give to send out to people. I've got to do some voicemail messages for people as well. The perks thing is just gonna, you know, just get done over the next few weeks and months, and I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a break because I'm losing my voice a little bit, first off, and also bloody tired. That's not obviously a complaint, because I brought this shit on myself, but also I loved it. I mean, there was bits where I was hating it. I don't know what bits they were, though. What bits did I really hate? I hate it when things go wrong, or, you know, things aren't going to plan, or things aren't pinned down. The overall experience has been amazing, and I think that making a film, for me, is a bit like having a baby, in the sense that, well, you are birthing something, I suppose, but also that when you have your first one, as it were, you think yours is the only one, and it's just so much harder for you, and, you know, you forget that people have just been doing this for decades. So, and then once you've had your first one, then probably the second one's a bit easier, and you're less precious about it, and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like I've broken the seal, that's for sure. That it feels like really doable now, and afterwards, and I think this is the same as childbirth as well. It's like afterwards, I was thinking, I want to do another one. What should I do next? So I'm having to be really sort of like not responsible, but like make sure that I finish off everything to do with Amber first before I start thinking about what's next. Although I already am thinking about what's next. It's exciting in that respect that, you know, I've thought of that it's sort of opened a bit of a floodgate. Bloody hell. All right, well, listen, I'm going to probably have some cough medicine or something, gargle with honey and lemon or something before I lose my voice. But thank you for watching Project Amberlight and going on this journey with me. It's quite nice doing a little vlog. All right, well, look, that's all for this week. I'm going to stop talking before I completely lose my voice. But there will be another Project Amberlight very soon. Cheers for watching.